Stop wasting your time worrying about a voting process and what America's gonna do about it. You understand? What you gonna do about forgiving? Separate from the people that's been oppressing you and learn that you're not just like them. You are completely different people. You were set apart people that belong to God.
Right.
Give me that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
It was written for our learning. Everything in this book is written for you to learn. This is the most important book you can learn.
Right.
Any school book you ever learn, any history lesson, your whole history, your records are right here in this book.
Good.
It just was stolen from you. You was lied and told the same people that enslaved you and oppressed you wrote this book. Right. When you learn the truth about this book talks about their demise.
Right.
It talks about the destruction of their kingdom. That's what you're seeing right now going on with these wars and the coronavirus. That's the destruction of the kingdom that's been against us from the beginning.
Right.
And you got to decide what side you're going to be on. Are you going to be sorrowful with them, or are you going to claim your throne?
Right.
That's what you got to figure out. Read that for me.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
You might have hope, patience and comfort through the scriptures. You might have some hope, man. So we keep putting our hope in the wrong things. We keep putting our hope in voting booths. We keep putting our hope in people that got a little money in their pocket, that got a little talent. Your hope supposed to come from the Most High. There's no other book that's ever written that you can relate to anything going on today in 2021. Everything else is just guessing. And the Most High is making sure that you see all that just some bull, man. It ain't got nothing to do with what you got going on in your life right now.
Right.
That's why everything you trying is not working. You waking up every day worrying about how to get this and get that. You need to be worrying about how to get this truth.
Right.
You gotta understand who your enemy is and who God don't like. You can't like somebody that God hates.
Right.
You can't try to join with somebody that you gotta learn to separate from everything we've been taught from the beginning.
Right.
Matter of fact, give me Romans 9:13. We gotta get right to it. You gotta understand how God feel about these people that have been oppressing us from day one.
Right.
You gotta understand that you are God's chosen seed, and it come rules and regulations with that.
Right.
There's certain stuff you cannot do if you learn that you belong to God. You don't belong, you can't get up every day and go do what you want to do.
Right.
You got certain stuff you cannot do. Every other religion and thought process ain't no rules. You seeing that now. The people that lead, they do what they want to do. They molesting children.
Right.
They own drugs.
Right.
They come back telling you something one day, come back another day doing it. We're not allowed to do that because it's in this book to keep your word.
Right.
To not be a child molester.
That's
to not
right.
smoke weed. All that stuff is in here. You need them rules to fix your life. Read that for me.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Jacob, that is you, Black, Hispanic, Native American man. God loves you.
Right.
And he's saying this for a reason, to show you that he specifically loves you for a reason. You are the people that he chose to exalt in the earth. When the scriptures say you are the head and not the tail, it really means there ain't no equality in this book.
Right.
They've been teaching you word about equal rights. Ain't no such thing as equal rights, man. There's nothing on this earth God ever made that's meant to be equal. Not no plant. He ain't even make bacteria to be equal. a tree, an animal, a field, none of that. Everything has different things that is good at and is bad at. Nothing is equal. So why are we worried about being equal? We're supposed to be at the top.
Right.
Our time is to come at the top. They had their time all these years. They had a 400-year head start. It's our turn now. And the Most High is setting the stage for you to take that. All you got to do is follow the laws. And He's going to lay it out for you on the platform. Keep reading.
But Esau have I hated.
Esau have I hated, man. Who was Esau, man? Who was Esau? You got some people trying to say it's an Arab. I'm finna get it for you who Esau. Give me Genesis 25 and 21. I'm gonna get this for you right now so you understand. Ain't no misconception about who he is. Right. It's the same people that you always have to deal with when you're trying to get somewhere. It's the same ones that been shooting us down the street. Right. Locking you up. It's the same people. Ain't no difference between that. You gotta get it. It ain't even nothing personal. This was the Most High ordained for it to be. It ain't up to you to try to change that. Your job is to separate from that and do what He told you to do. Right. All right, read.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 1, 20, 21, 25, 21. This is the book of Genesis, 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his life, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her.
This coming from the womb, man. These two brothers that came out the same room been fighting since before they even came out the womb. You gotta understand how deep this thing goes and how you run your head up against the wall trying to do that, man. You want to listen to people like Martin Luther King and all that stuff? Go ahead. Understand what that's been taking 70 years now, just to get certain little small things in 2021. That didn't work, man. Right. You can't just sit up and keep beating. That's insanity to keep trying to do the same thing over and over. You think you're gonna get a different result? That's the definition of insanity. Read it.
And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in our womb. Now, in the scriptures, nations mean race. So you got 2 different races in her womb. Read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 manner of people, man. That means, manner means completely different, man. Not the same. Not one gonna eat blood, one is not. One is a murderer, one is not. One started homosexuality, the other one following him. Shouldn't be doing that. Right. It's a separation from the beginning that you got to understand. There's certain things you cannot do that He don't care if they do because He don't give a damn about them. Read.
Shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
You gotta understand, when you say one people stronger, no, think about everything the Black, Hispanic, Native American man has been through, man. Any other people outside of that would have been wiped out already. We still here. Right. There's a reason behind that, because we are stronger than most people. Right. They cannot survive. They can't survive the stuff we done survive. We doing that right now, coming out these projects. Other nations of people couldn't survive what we survive, man. Why do you think that is? That's because we belong to God. He's keeping us here for a reason. Right. Read.
And the elder shall serve the younger. Verse 24.
See, I catch that. It say the elder's supposed to serve the younger. This is what it's supposed to be. That's not what's happening right now, is it? Why is that? Because we decided to go follow the elder. Right. Instead of claiming our throne and doing what we're supposed to be doing, we doing what he doing. We envying what he got. You gotta understand, this is the best he's gonna get for white America right now. Everything is gonna make this niggas know it's pass by. Everything they got, this is the best he's gonna get from them. It's all down here from here. So why would you still be trying to claim what they got? What's the point of that? When the Most High got something way better in store for us, then all you gotta do is follow the instruction manual to get there. Read.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Verse 25. And the first came out red all over.
Came out red all over, man. That is who Esau is right there, man. Red, because there's no such thing as a white man. Right. White is the color of these pages right here. Ain't nobody that color. There's they pass a paper. It's red. It's talking about Esau. It's the only people that you can see their blood through their skin.
Right.
That's what we're talking about right here. Read.
All over like an hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
What?
Esau.
That's Esau right there. Keep going.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out. And
now, did you not notice that they did not describe what the brother looked like? It's for a reason, because the brother looked just like everybody else around him that had people that had melanin in their skin.
Right.
Brown or dark-skinned people. There's a reason for that. Let's go back to that Romans 9:13 now. You got to understand that this stuff was written just for you. And it's a separation of who the people that he gonna love and he hate. And I'm gonna show you why it's like that. And there's ain't nothing we can do about it. You cannot make straight with the Most High made crooked. He made it like that for a reason.
Right.
Ain't up to us to figure out how to decide that and change that.
Right.
Read.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Keep going.
Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
That's the same question we ask right now when we hear that kind of stuff. Is there unrighteousness with God? Why would he choose one people above other? This is his answer to you. Read.
God forbid. Verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
That's God saying he gonna do what he wanna do, man.
That's right.
That's how God works, man. He don't care about your knowing your heart and you got a cool homeboy that he don't care about none of that. He told you who your people is and who the people that he against. Now how you gonna try to integrate that and bring that together? It don't work.
Right.
That's what we got to do first. We got to mentally separate from the fact that they done made us a melting pot. But you don't understand, when you become a melting pot with everybody else, we lose in that battle. That's how we lose in that.
Right.
That's why they own all these buildings and businesses, and we paying taxes to them and all that kind of stuff. And every time something happening, we shocked that they still killing us and putting their foot on our neck. They put a foot on an NBA player just last night. Put a foot on his neck at his own house. This is an NBA player. It's a reason, man. We've been fighting since the womb, and it's time to stop trying to bond this thing together and just get over that. And protect your kids from this thought process of trying to join with everybody else. Read.
Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy.
Right, give me one Psalms 147 and 19. You gotta understand, man, it ain't nothing specific that we did or that they did. It's what the Most High chose to do.
Right.
That's what you got to get over, right? That's what you got to get in your head and take the personal feelings out of everything. This is what the Most High wants. You got to take your emotions and what you feel and what you think about stuff out of stuff. That's how you gonna win. We tried everything else. We tried voting. We tried the Black Lives Matter. We tried to join the hand in hand, the Rainbow Coalition. We tried everything. It ain't working, man. At some point in time, you got to realize why this book right here is talking about stuff going on right now and it's relevant to what we got going on right now. Because he gave this book specifically to us. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Who?
Unto Jacob.
He showed it to Jacob, man. Then I just told you who Jacob was. That's us. That's blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. He shows his word to us. That means people outside this race, outside of our race, can read this book and give you a completely different interpretation. They'll read this book and tell you God love everybody. I just showed you where he said he hates somebody.
Right.
But they've been able to fix this and twist it around and make you think something completely different. Because he wouldn't talk to them in the first place. You can't go listen to Joel Osteen and read this book. You can't listen to Kenneth Copeland. And the problem is, this is what all our black pastors have learned to learn is read this book from. And they taught us that. They got us into these lies, into these holidays. Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He have not dealt so with any nation.
Any nation. Read that again.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
With any nation, man. This is the Most High. They're telling you right now, he gave these judgments to us. So don't be surprised when you see somebody, an Arab or African or anybody, a white man, anybody, stealing or killing and getting away with it. You know why? He letting them have their fun right now. Most of us don't know what a good father is. When you got a good father, your father, he don't give a damn what them boys up the street doing. He care what you doing. When you do something, you gonna get punished. A lot of our people have gotten to the thought process that since something going wrong in your life, God don't exist. Most of our people that became atheists don't even want to believe in a God because something going wrong. You getting punished because you're not doing what he told you to do.
Right.
All of us been through that. You got to come to the point where you realize, okay, let me start listening to him. Let me start reading this book and seeing what's going on. Because it's giving you a warning for the war you in right now. And believe it or not, you are in a war. And this is your playbook. This is your playbook in wartime to get out of whatever situation you in is right here in this book. Read.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
For his judgments, they have not known them, man. So don't be expecting for them to get the same punishment you get. Yours gonna be 10 times worse. That's why they was able to get the prison system booked up the way it is for the blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
They commit crimes just like we here, but why are so many of us in them? Because right now he ain't studying them. He's trying to fix us, and we gotta fix us. It ain't their job to fix us. We got to do. First thing you gotta do is come into these laws, man, and get over the fact that you think you already know you might have a little money in your pocket. That don't mean nothing. You gotta get over that. Give me y'all Revelations 18:4. You gotta mentally come out of this place. You ain't got to leave physically nowhere. It starts all in your mind. You say everything, our weapons of warfare are not carnal. That means it's all in your mind. You gotta start first with how you think about this right here. Read.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people.
He's saying, come out of her, my people. This is the Most High comparing this place to a filthy whore, man. When they say come out of her, man, you can't just clean no filthy whore. You got to get away from it. That's what the Most High is telling you to do. Come out of this place.
Right.
Mentally come out of this place. Stop wasting your time worrying about a voting process and what America's gonna do about Afghanistan. What you gonna do about forgiving your brother that's riding the street?
Right.
What you gonna do about keeping that sister you done laid with?
Right.
What you gonna do about staying loyal to your husband? What you gonna do about that's what you got to worry about. Cause that's right here in these laws right now. To fix your day in your household, that's what you got to start with. And you gotta have this book right here. You gotta have this guideline, no other book.
Right.
3.
That ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
You receive not of her plagues, man. It's a death angel going on right now, man, that is killing people randomly. You don't even know. You walk right by somebody, you got the Delta variant.
Right.
And you can die. You don't. Y'all see, the problem is y'all think the Most High is a joke, and he won't just kill you.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works up.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?